We're going to get dinner, then she'll drop me off." There was a pause, and then Ryan continued. "You sure you want to do this?" Mia pressed her lips together, stifling her sigh so he wouldn't hear it. "I have to," she said. "I can't let the house keep sitting there." "But I'll be back soon. 2 weeks won't make a difference. I can be there with you. That's what boyfriends are for, you know." He chuckled and then went on, more serious now. "You don't have to do this alone. You don't need to prove anything." "I'm not trying to prove anything," she told him. They'd been over this a lot. Ryan liked being needed, and it bothered him that she didn't want him to come with her when she returned to the house for the first time since her grandmother died. "I want to spend the night there by myself," she added. "Then tomorrow I'll meet up with Erica again, and Saturday we leave for the Adirondacks." She waited, sure he was going to protest further. But thankfully, a voice in the background announced the last boarding call for Flight 1642 to Los Angeles. "Is that yours?" she asked. "Yeah," he answered, resignation in his voice. "Okay, look. Make sure to get the exact measurements for the 2 upstairs bedrooms and the hall. I can't make out the handwriting on the old floor plans you picked up from town hall, and I want to be able to talk intelligently with the architect if we decide to break down that wall. And make sure the gardener cleared the leaves. You want the place to look nice no matter what you decide to do with it. And set a timer on the hall light, for God's sake." "There's no need—" "Mia, this is my business. I work in real estate, remember? I hear these stories all the time. A property looks vacated, and it's as if the owner sent a personal invitation to any burglar in the 25-mile radius. Okay, I've got it all covered. Go ahead. Don't miss your flight. And call if you get scared or creeped out. Call any time, okay?" "I won't feel creeped out. I grew up there." "And that's exactly why you might feel weird, Mia." There was a rustling as his voice trailed off, and she pictured him getting up from the plastic airport chair, throwing his coat over his arm, and starting to wheel his carry-on toward the gate. "I gotta go," he said into the phone. "I love you. I'll call you tomorrow, okay?" "Okay," she said. "Have a good flight." She waited for him to end the call, then studied the screen for a moment before returning her phone to her bag. It always surprised her how effortlessly he tagged the words, "I love you," onto the end of their conversations. He'd started doing it a few months ago, and she still didn't know if he meant it or it automatically came out without his thinking about it, simply because they'd been dating for almost a year now. She wondered if he'd noticed that she never responded with, "I love you too." But she didn't feel it. Not yet, anyway. And she wasn't the kind of person who said things without meaning them. Still, she understood his frustration about tonight. She could have arranged this trip for a time when he could have joined her. But she'd scheduled it for today specifically because she knew he was flying out on a business trip. She hoped he bought her story, that she merely wanted to be alone. She didn't relish keeping secrets from him. But she couldn't bring him to the empty house because there was something there he couldn't see. Something that she had to find and deal with before she could ever let him in. She settled in for the 70-minute ride, and when the train slowed as it approached the Soundport train station, she pulled on her tan fall jacket and slung her bag over her shoulder. Standing, she gave a quick smile to the woman upset about the dark, then pulled her suitcase from the overhead rack and made her way to the exit doors. They slid open, and she stepped onto the station platform, feeling an almost imperceptible autumn coolness in the breeze that swept around the hem of her straight-leg pants and touched the skin above her brown ankle boots, a foreshadowing of the cold weather not too far in the future. The air held a familiar, faint scent of wood-burning fire.